Не-не-не-не-не-не. Не-не-не-не-не. Софита, с тобой все нормально. Вздыхает очень странно. Ой, может, кто-то из друзей есть онлайн, кто захочет со мной побить этого несчастного кита? Ага, ага, угу. В эту игру, по-моему, я единственный, кто каждый день заходит. Так. Чем бы тебя Annihilation? Этим, наверное. И где ты вылезешь? Где ты? Лисать, падла. Ага! Никаких трансформаций сегодня. Опять растворитель не выпал. Вау. Ну-ка, сколько у меня? 3 этого. 13. Вообще, по идее, растворителей мне должно хватить, чтобы левел ап сделать для... О, вот. Для Николь. Так, у меня денег, значит. О, у меня их оказывается 3. Вообще ништяк. Опа, опа, опа. О! Так, десятка, десятка. Ага, тут надо 1. Ага. разгоним. Книжечка «Философия о рае». Философия о рае. Рядом еще. Красава. Еще. Очень молодец. Ультра мега хорош. А тут нельзя открыть.
Would you like to go moon gazing? You can sit in my rocking chair and admire the view. Or we could go to the moon and gaze down at Tefat. Whatever you prefer.
Блин, теперь надо два. Во. Это очень печальное значение крит урона. Как бы я ни старался здесь забахать, лучше вот крит урон. Ничего не получается. Ничего лучше не выпадает. Очень тяжело ее заспирить.
This realm.
Два мужа. Наконец-то лом 10 уровень.
If you ever have any.
Хотя я с Ломой даже ни разу не поговорил. Сначала самого подкачанного.
This realm.
О, Элой вкачалась. Офигенно.
If you ever have any.
Можно и Элой поменять. Стоит. Иуги, откуда у меня с тобой 6-й уровень дружбы? Уютнее место какое-то забабахать, какая-то фигня получается. Сюда. Тетя Николь любит чай пить. Тетя Николь будет сидеть тут. Так, осталось Силуги куда-то запихать. Угу. Ладно. Вроде это будет лучше, чем желание то расстояние. Почему нельзя персонажа сюда поставить? Ну почему? Я хочу наверх персонаж засунуть. Почему им магнитится только к земле? Сидите и играйте вдвоем в эту фигню. О, приклеилась, оказывается, может приклеиться. Если выключу квест, как высоте, я смогу персонажей двигать на что-нибудь там? На стол, например. Нет. В целом выглядит не сильно плохо.
Aha! If it isn't a certain someone's folded dimensional quadrant shift technology.
Воду с ноги в дверь, лор! Объяснение непонятных вещей.
I must say, combined with your artistic vision, the results truly are sparkling. It feels like I've returned home. To Celestia, I mean. It, too, has an unusual relationship between its inner and outer dimensions, as I'm sure you can imagine.
А Селестия у нас это отдельное измерение, нифига себе.
Though, am I allowed to be discussing this?
Ой, а можно ли мне об этом говорить?
It should be fine. After all, these are just my memories, so it has nothing to do with my access to the knowledge base that I
За
lost
база
long ago.
знаний. Ты кто?
Well, I can't tell you much about that, I'm afraid. Just think of it as having the keys to a library, and then having them confiscated. Though plenty of my sisters have secret copies of books they failed to return, there might just be one who kept a key, or maybe even two. The best students are always so calculating. It's better to be like me and be content with what you have. Not that I didn't keep any knowledge for myself, but that was more of a case of me keeping certain books by default, because I still had them the day that the library closed. Why not? Oh, I know. Alice did mention that, despite her languorous looks, the librarian there is a real bloodhound when it comes to hunting down
Алиса
overdue
и
books.
Лиза знакомы. Угу. Ни хера Николь сходу ор выдает.
If it isn't a certain someone's folded, I must say, I'd love nothing more. I'm not sure if you know this, but I do enjoy a good chat. Not that I have as many friends to chat with as I'd like. It's not easy when you have to keep up the pretense of being mysterious. And what would you like to talk about? Astronomy? Geography? Bad-mouthing Alice? I'm an expert on all sorts of topics. I was only joking. How could I possibly talk bad of her behind her back? This is a principle Anya taught me about how to conduct myself.
Кто
Even if you
такая
claim to be a
Аня?
that can get along with everyone, you have to set limits. The bottom line is, you should never betray your friends, even if it's only taking a few minor verbal swings when they're not around. All right. Don't look at me like that. It's not like I'm afraid of her. Let me just think of something she won't mind me sharing. The introductory magic that Alice designed for Rhine-Daughter used a ton of different templates. The whole thing is an affront to aesthetics. I must say, seeing as there's hardly any living things nearby, I'd like to try screaming as loud as I can. Alice measured the volume last time, and it turns out that at my loudest, I can penetrate the minds of every living thing within a 100-meter radius. Fair point. She really is an adorable little teapot spirit. I'd hate to disturb her.
Ухляш, это девочка!
Perhaps no shouting for today, then. Let me think. It's not every day I get to visit realms like this. I should find something suitably fantastical to do.
Perhaps I've been too fixated on its metaphysical essence and completely ignored its actual appearance. This might be. I needn't treat this place like some sort of testing ground. I should think of it as though I'm simply paying you a visit. In which case, I'd like to bury some treasure chests and design puzzles for you to find them.
А кто? Кто такая Октавия?
First, let's figure out how to make a fun maze using walls. I most certainly can. For an angel like me, the chests are more important than their contents. I'm sure I can get my hands on some pretty fantastic examples. As for what to put inside, I'm sure some more and perhaps a few captchas will
Море и
suffice.
капусты. Или под капустой подразумеваются доллары. И был вариант
I must
насчет...
say, I'd love nothing. What would you like? Astronomy? Geography? That's a fantastic idea. This realm may well be cut off entirely from the outside world. Anything that's said within is probably impervious to prying ears. However, a powerful retracing spell might still prove effective. For instance, if you mentioned a revised version of history in here, you wouldn't be able to remember anything upon leaving. It may seem somewhat abstract, but that abstraction is necessary to ensure the rigor of the design. I still think it's safer not to talk about such things, but well, since it's you, maybe it's fine.
Понятно. С ноги в лор. Так, с чайником разрулили. Можно приниматься за сюжет.
The sand is cool and comfortable to walk on at night, but it gets so hot during the day.
Надо закончить сюжет. В следующей обнове сюжет будет большой, крутой. Важный. И чё? И чё? Старые загадки. Допустим.
Obelisks were used to record important information in the ancient desert civilization. Hey, Alhaitham, there's some writing here I'll need you to decipher. I've sent it to your screen. Do you see it?
Got it. It's a little blurry, but I should manage.
Take a look and tell me what it says. Oh, and I'll send any other similar text directly to you from now on.
Let's start with this one. It's a variant of an older script. Looks like cultural information from the age of King Deshret.
If so, I suggest you delete it.
Words thrown together merely for fun. I had no idea Aru kept a record of this.
Well, as long as you're certain that this is strictly private information.
It is unimportant.
All right, well, I guess I'll start now.
И почему такие технологии больше не встречаются нигде? Похоже на жесткий свет симметры. Ага.
Found some more. Sending them over to you now.
Крафёза. Во-первых, привет. А во-вторых, кто такой Крафёза?
These are all reports about the Gurubad conflict.
Can we delete them?
I'd say so. Most of this information has already been archived anyway.
What if there are details in there that Vahumana missed? What are we supposed to do if they come after us in the future?
They'll just have to live with it. If we don't resolve these issues now, there won't even be an academia in the future, let alone...
Yeah, you're right. Okay, done. There's some other similar monuments nearby. I'll check them out.
Нет, не слышал. Первый раз слышу. Поищу инфу. Нет такого персонажа. Че за информация? Даже слухов о таком нету. No. Че это за виз? Интересно. А. Век нейронных технологий, можно что угодно нарисовать. А, я помню, я до этого дошел. Хороший раз. О. А ну-ка давай. Царицу недавно анонсировали. Вот это было круто. Лорная бомба просто. Все вот эти трейлеры следующего обновления, короткие
Another
видео с
monument.
ее участием. Оказывается, вот я смотрю канал Кана EXE, а она воровед по этой игре по Геншину. И она внимательно читала все заметки, все книжечки, описание артефактов, вся фигня. И если, ну, и квинтэссировать ее выводы по сюжету, можно сказать, что, скорее всего, царица будет тем самым первым ангелом, которого наказала Селестия за то, что она решила не подчиняться Селестии и помочь людям освободиться от тирании Фанета. У нее там и отряд есть какой-то бледной луны, который... А бледная луна это ее имя первого ангела, одно из имен. И сошедший, который... Так, как же эту девчонку-то звали, которая по космосу путешествовала и наблюдала за жизнями разных планет. Короче, была такая девчонка, и она нашла случайно Тейват, вселилась там в какого-то парня, встретила потом этого первого ангела, рассказала типа, вот, да у вас тут какой-то тиранизм творится, смотри, там все нормально живут, а у вас вот это вот, что это за фигня? И они типа задружились или чё, или там между ними любовь случилась какая-то непонятная. Короче, этого пацана, ну, эта девчонка вселилась в тело парня, и этого парня, не знаю, то ли его уничтожили, то ли что, там не сильно упоминается в сюжете. А первого ангела засунули в клетку, в какую-то темницу, и она там сидела очень-очень-очень много лет. Но она потом оттуда выбралась. Ну, Сандроны, насчет ее платья не знаю, вроде и так ничего. А насчет робота согласен. Жалко. Тот робот был круче. Но этот зато эстетически как-то элегантнее, красивее выглядит. И атака у нее, я только не понял, это ешка или зажатая просто атака. Очень, очень прикольно выглядит. Я бы хотел ее выбить ради того, чтобы вот так погонять за нее. Но я откладываю на царицу. Потому что я слишком люблю ангелов.
Hold on.
You're still reading it? How long is it?
It records the development and governance of the Oasis civilization. Most of it concerns the Jinn, but it also contains records left by the artisans who built Aru.
Is it important?
Some of it. There was no way for me to read the whole thing in its entirety, so I had to rely on my intuition to pick
Ну,
the parts
Геншина
worth
не
keeping.
глубокий лор, нет, он просто нарезан мельчайшими кусочками и распихан куда, не знаю. Вот как у тебя в комнате беспорядок, и у тебя под каждым предметом лежит маленький кусочек записки, в которой написан весь сюжет.
What about the artisans' records? What do they mention?
They're speculations, mostly. For instance, they were wondering how to protect themselves if King Deshret decided to silence them after the construction of Aru was complete.
Sounds like pure mythology to me. Surely that kind of thing didn't really happen.
The records do emphasize that this was merely their conjecture based on various myths. Still, the artisans did leave details of their plans to survive, including blueprints for their escape route.
Even that got recorded? Okay, well, I'll make a copy of this first before I delete it.
Ну, знаешь, копипасть сюда текст.
Is that truly necessary? You won't be needing those.
No, the blueprints are important. I want to keep them as a memento. I think that should just about do it.
It meets the requirements of the contingency plans, so we should be good.
I gotta say, it's the strangest feeling, this cross between reality and the intangible. It's like drifting between life and death, or in and out of a dream, using my own hands to manipulate illusions that are forever out of reach.
Chasing dreams in the most literal sense. Definitely a novel experience.
What happens if my spirit just floats away?
That won't happen. Anyway, I wouldn't celebrate just yet if I were you.
All right. I'd better keep my wits about me then.
Мгм.
Traveler from afar, do you worry for the fate of Sumeru as well?
Ну, описание такое не очень похоже на от разрабов.
Whoa! It's Sobek the Crocodile King!
Greetings, Crocodile King.
Please be at ease. I'm just here to chat with you about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Sounds like you really care about her.
Yes, although to be exact, it is a mixture of both concern and curiosity that I feel.
Speaking of Nihida, Paimon was wondering how she's doing.
Wait a moment.
What is it?
Жесть. Нет, точно нет, хуеверс.
I tried calling out to a pep, but there was no response. This can only mean that she is focusing all her energy on taking care of Lesser Lord Kusanali.
All the gods who served King Deshret seemed super surprised to hear that Apep agreed to help Nihida. Guessing she made a bad impression on you or something.
Are you aware of the history between her and our king? The story begins a long time ago. Al-Ahmar was always a wishful thinker where the Dendro dragon was concerned. Without consulting her, he decided to list her among the 7 pillars and declared his own power to be far superior to hers. That was when our king was at the height of his power. Ibis Goti and I were no match for him. And so we chose to submit and serve as his ministers. But not Apep. To Apep, Al-Ahmar's pride and sense of superiority were nothing but ignorance and hubris. In fact, they fought numerous times, but usually the battle ended in a draw. In the end, King Deshret coveted the power of Celestia, only to end up corrupted by knowledge. His final act was to trick the dragon into swallowing him whole, leaving her to bear the torment of his sins. The Dendro dragon stands for the glory of a bygone era. She hated Al-Ahmar and what he represented. All the gods, all the power they wielded. And so, her willingness to help the Dendro Archon through this crisis comes as a great surprise indeed. It makes...
Yep, Nihida did her a huge favor.
So Lesser Lord Kusanali put an end to the Dendro Dragon's many long years of torment. As much as she loathes the Seven, a pep knows kindness when she sees it. No wonder she was willing to make an exception.
Yeah, that's the sense we got from dealing with her, too.
She is not incapable of coexisting with other living things. Rather, she actively chooses to avoid coexistence. And this despite the fact that she symbolizes life itself. All of this being said, I wouldn't expect too much from her if I were you. Nothing will change her hatred towards humanity and gods.
We'll keep that in mind. Anyway, how much longer do you think Nahida needs to stay with the Pep? For all we know, the Fatui might still be in the desert. Just to be on the safe side, why don't we grab anyone who isn't busy right now and go look for... I'm alright, Paimon. Huh? Was that Nahida's voice?
It seems the treatment was effective.
Since when do my deeds require your evaluation?
Here will do just fine.
I had no intention of taking you any further. One ought not expect greater generosity than they have earned.
You always hide your kindness away like an oasis within a sandstorm. Only those who make it through the swirling winds can know just how beautiful that oasis is.
You dare appraise my being?
No, I'm expressing my gratitude. I want to thank you for sharing your precious life force with me.
Awake already? You are more resilient than I thought.
Pep. I feel much better. Thank you.
Gods and their gratitude mean little to me. I would rather you give me your assurance that the situation with Irminsul and Sumeru's ley lines will be competently managed. If I suffer any ill effects from the ley lines, you, as the god of this land, will be held responsible. And you would not enjoy being held to account by me.
I understand what you require, but I would assume this task even if you did not demand it. Sumeru is my responsibility. I must...
A farcical notion. God of Sumeru, I hope you realize how unextraordinary your strength is.
And yet, maybe it is precisely what defines me. A god of wisdom is not meant to rule by force.
Then hold steady. We go forth.
Well, I'll be. Is that a pep? Do my eyes deceive me? Of all places, the Dendro Dragon has decided to visit the mausoleum of King Deshret?
I see that after all this time, El Ahmar's menagerie of ministers remain as vile as ever.
It's a pleasure, Dendro Dragon. Had you arrived but a little sooner, you might have attended a meeting of the Seven Pillars.
What a nauseating thought. You are not the first insects I have had the displeasure of dealing with today. A swarm of them tugged on my tail on my way over. Goodness knows what hovels they crawled from. Why do all the creatures of this world remain so lowly after all this time?
What did you do with them?
I cast them away. What would you have me do? Keep them as trinkets? Boer, this is where we shall part ways. To be clear, I do not wish to see you or anyone else here ever again, unless absolutely necessary.
Then I wish you peace as you return to your dwelling place.
It matters not to me. Simply refrain from bothering me again.
A force to be reckoned with. At times like this, I feel glad that she has no interest in any of this.
Hold on, just hold on, okay? We're almost there.
What the...
We made it! Huh? Wait! That voice! It's... Uh-oh! I'm gonna fall!
А они разве такие большие? Ой. Лоу. Не, ну иногда это смешно, конечно.
Well, that's a relief.
А она
A
здесь
pair of safe
лежит
hands
или
indeed.
она в землю засунулась? Не, видно, там многие ей придали позу лежания очень странную.
The Dendro Archon's familiars. They are the last thing I expected to see here.
Huh? Wait, what are the R&R doing here? Don't you guys hate the desert? Obviously I was worried about the Dendro Archon. I've been supporting them with my Pari powers the whole way here. Oh, you seem pretty nervous. Is it because there are too many people around? Not just people. It's all these non-human beings, too. I can't believe you made such a long and dangerous journey just for my sake. I appreciate your support so much. I'll have to ask everyone to wait while I help our new arrival settle in. Once I'm done, I'll gather everyone to discuss our next steps. Traveler, Paimon, shall we find a place for our friends to stay? Awesome! Let's go! Well, first I have some questions. Okay, I think that covers everything. Thank you. We can get going now.
А вы что, будете за мной ходить? О, нифига себе, какую интересную игровую механику придумали. А чё мне скиллы недоступны? Я даже атаковать не могу. И прыгать. Но могу переключаться между героями. Костыли. Это все костыли. У Саруш есть голова, и она может ее поворачивать. А у этих бутербредиков нет головы. Крестик.
Hello, everyone. It's only us. It must be very tough for you coming all the way out here, especially since you don't like the Veluca. Is everyone back in Vanarana doing well? Everyone's here. Good. Are you okay? You look like you were about to pass out back there. Then you're forgetting who I am. Don't underestimate me. Red Oh, excuse me! Are you comparing me to Paimon? I suppose everyone is gathered here because of me. As we can see, the situation is critical, and everyone is very busy with their various tasks, so... I can't thank you enough. Right now, we're focused on restructuring Aru, processing excess information, and helping restore everyone's confidence. I can help too. Just let me know where I'm needed. Up to no good? That definitely sounds suspicious. Traveler, Paimon, I have other work to attend to here that needs to take priority. Could I trouble you to investigate the situation, Arabu? No problem. Leave it to us. Thank you. I'm counting on you. There's one other thing. If you are to work alongside the people of Sumeru, you will need to make yourselves visible to them. Is that acceptable to everyone? There's nothing to fear. No one here will hurt you. But if you do feel afraid, don't worry. Just call my name and I'll be there. Very well. Now, I shall bestow a small blessing upon you all. Whenever people see you and interact with you, from the moment their gaze meets yours, they will experience the Do not fear. We will face it together. This too shall pass.
Вот, теперь мне захотелось выбить на хил. Зеленые.
Ah, everyone's here. Wonderful.
Dendro-Archon, you're back. Are you recovering all right? You mustn't push yourself too hard.
I'm doing very well. Thank you for your concern. I see. Using the power of Aru to reboot the Akasha and gain access to Irminsul. It's a sound plan, although I regret to be the bearer of bad news. But with the state that Irminsul is currently in, it's impossible to access via traditional means.
Alas, we had feared this may be the case.
And what about non-traditional means?
Non-traditional means?
Are you saying...
Desperate times call for new measures.
И, господи. О, нефифер. Интересно, это моя нефир или пробная? Буду пробовать. Ай-яй-яй, не буяна сильная. Еще и оружие стоите пробуду. Катастрофа. То есть для комфортной игры на самом деле это минимум, да? C3 персонаж с оружием пробудой 3-го уровня.
Ah, it's you. Is there a situation? The Aranara have good intuition when it comes to people. In other words,
Given everything that's going on, I'd be more surprised if there wasn't.
Miss Nefer, as a professional intelligence broker, I trust you.
Not one that I'm willing to volunteer. What's in it for me?
Let's say I'll treat this as a pilot project aimed at expanding your intelligence operations. Whatever business you're in, an avenue to demonstrate your abilities could never hurt.
I like the sound of that. Glad we're on the same page.
Given that you rarely set foot in Sumeru, practically no one at Caravan Rebot knows who you are.
I take it you've read the files on everyone in the area?
Yes. I also skimmed the list of evacuees, and I'm more or less up to date on where everyone stands.
Any initial suspects?
Limiting the scopes to males whose recent activity could be viewed as suspicious, I've identified 3 names. The Aranara saw 2 people talking, but currently we only have 1 suspect. The other person was probably just a messenger, and in all likelihood has already left Caravan Rebot.
Everyone is heading for the desert per the evacuation order. Anyone willing to turn back at this stage is almost certainly with the Fatui.
There's no way it was a spur-of-the-moment decision to act at a time like this. We need to smoke him out from wherever he's hiding.
Sounds like you have the beginnings of a plan. I see. Your suspicions are well-founded. I'd be watching him too if I were you.
So far, we still lack solid evidence that he's been bribed. He hasn't made any recent purchases that would indicate he came into some cash.
Then let's get closer to him to confirm before we make our move. I can handle it. I'm not based in Sumeru, so barely.
And you're certain you've never encountered this person in Nodcry?
I'm certain. Besides, it's extremely rare for me to have had any direct contact with Sumeru mercenaries besides Jet. There's no way he could have seen my Sino, stay out of sight and wait for my signal. If he raises any red flags, I'll bring him toward the main road.
Understood. I'll take it from there.
Excellent. Well, it's a pleasure working with you.
А я и забыл, что она бегает быстро.
Darker skin, scars, frequents the desert and has ample nothing unusual about how he dresses or acts. What a coin. Interesting. Could that be how his contact paid him? Conveniently discreet for someone trying to hide any unexplained income. And yet it could be highly valuable. Sorry to bother you. Has everyone here already left? I don't suppose you happen to see a lady wearing a hat?
Ma'am, what are you doing in Caravan Rebot all by yourself? The main group evacuated some time ago. Didn't you pass them on the road?
My friend and I lost some of our cargo along the way. I didn't want to miss out on potential business, so I told her to go on ahead and meet the client while I retraced our steps. And then there was a terrible sandstorm. I guess I must have taken a wrong turn, because I didn't see any large groups on my way here.
Убедительно врет.
Forgive me for asking, but just to be on the safe side, could you describe this friend of yours?
Sure. She has blonde hair, And she was wearing a hat and a white dress. You'd definitely know if you'd seen her.
Yes, I think that does ring a bell. Ah, my apologies. During this exceptional time, the Corps of 30 are under orders to be extra cautious when dealing with...
I understand. Well, sir, is there anything else you need to know?
Hey, wait! They left a good while ago now. You'll never catch up with them on your own. Why don't I give you a ride? I'm here to collect the last few people anyway. We have plenty of carts, so one more won't be a problem.
That would be amazing. Traveling with a group will be much safer. I'll have to pay you for your trouble.
Hey, let's not worry about the money for now. Wait here a moment. Once I'm done packing up, I'll take you to join the rest of the group.
All right, thanks. Let me know if you need a hand carrying anything.
No need for that.
Okay. Well, I wish there was some way I could repay you. Guess it's my lucky day, running into someone who knows what they're doing here.
You're not wrong there. I mean, what kind of cargo is so important that it's worth risking your life to get back? I hope for your sake that it's
I suppose I can tell you, since you've been such a big help. But be sure to keep it to yourself, or we could both be in big trouble.
Oh, really? Sounds mysterious.
We're in the antiques business. You understand? Some of our goods aren't acquired through the most legitimate means.
No wonder. Well, ma'am, in that case, it turns out that maybe there is something you could do for me.
I'm all ears. But to be clear, our commission isn't cheap. Think carefully before...
I'm sure that won't be a problem. My issue is, I have something that's a little difficult to sell on as well.
Pure gold. That's quite something. How'd you come across it? Dig it out of some ancient tomb?
If you look hard enough, there are many treasures to be found in the mausoleum of King Deshret.
It has no distinct Snezhnayan markings. That'll be why he's going with that story. And he clearly doesn't want to arouse suspicion, so he's on the lookout for an opportunity to make a quiet trade. Surely you have an existing business partner. Won't they take it off your hands? I hope I won't be attracting the wrath of my competitors by helping you sell it.
The shop I used to work with is having cash flow issues at the moment after losing some money. I'm under enough pressure as it is without having...
I understand. Gold is the last thing that traders with cash flow problems want to see. Well, in that case...
As it happens, I'm just about done packing. Shall we make a move?
Sure. Let's walk and talk.
This evacuation was a huge operation. They needed a few people to stay behind and tie up loose ends. And I ended up being one of them. You're lucky you ran into us in time.
I certainly am. I don't know how this happened. One thing led to another, and look how it ended up. I just hope our client doesn't get spooked and cancel their order.
Fingers crossed. But either way, life goes on.
Hands where I can see them.
General Mahamatra! No, wait! What are you doing?
This is the coin? Good.
Сироповый.
Sadly, you won't have the chance to spend it.
Nicely done. Looks like Sumeru's Matra are a well-oiled machine nowadays.
Unmarked gold coins are quite difficult to trace. Thanks to you, we have secured the evidence. Here's what's gonna happen. Southeast from here, leeward side of the hill. That's where he's meeting his contact.
Great work. Candace tells me your interrogation skills are...
Hers are quickly catching up. She's improved a lot in recent years. Looks like it's over to you for the next step.
Because I'm quickest on my feet?
Because you know how to trail a target. Plus, it'll be easier to monitor their activity from the air.
Fine. I'll be quick.
One more thing. The Traveler just brought a message from the Dendro Archon. Once you're done with this, we're to meet up at the mausoleum of King Deshret.
Got it. Will do.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe you should come with me.
Okay. Then Paimon's coming with you.
Really? You do know this is a stealth operation, right?
Paimon? Are you sure about this?
Well, Paimon at least wants to give it a shot. Like everyone says, if you never try,
Невероятно, Пайман хочет оторваться от ГГ. Вау.
Besides, being the best guide into that has to count for something.
Fine. Join me if you want. But be warned. If anything goes wrong, I'll have to gag you and shove you into a bush.
No need! Paimon will be super careful.
Good. Then what are we waiting for? Let...
Блин, жутко. Так. Еге.
The wind rises.
Если он умеет летать, это прикол его шляпы или что? Мня. Кто любит падать? Не я. А это прикол его шляпы.
The wind rises. We're here. Now we wait.
Okay, yeah, cool.
What's on your mind, Paimon?
Huh? Oh, nothing?
I thought all you cared about besides being a guide was food and sleep. Why the sudden urge to go on a dangerous mission?
What's that supposed to mean? Paimon's been on plenty of dangerous missions before.
But never on your own. You hardly ever leave the Traveler's side. Just saying. I'm kind of at loose ends right now. So if you did want to share, I suppose I'd have to listen.
Hat guy? Do you think Paimon is useless?
What? Where's that coming from?
When we were in Notcry, Paimon suddenly realized something. Even though Paimon's with the Traveler every single day, whenever we face real danger, Paimon doesn't get like this very often. She just got really scared when the Traveler got kidnapped that time. What if she never came back? And the more Paimon thought about it, the more useless she felt. But Paimon doesn't want to be a burden. Paimon wants to be a friend who's actually useful.
Светлые мысли посещают голову Пайман.
Just being completely useless and... Paimon probably sounds so ridiculous right now.
You asked the right person. Boy, I'm not gonna try and encourage you. What I will say is this. When you start doubting yourself, you have two choices. Give up, or change. You have to make the decision to move forward. Otherwise, no amount of consultation from other people is gonna help you. So ask yourself, what do you want? To get stronger? To learn more? Whatever it is, go do it. You won't have any regrets if you can at least say that you tried. Something's not right. Shouldn't they be here by now? Paimon, is it just me? Or is it a little too quiet around here?
Should Paimon take a look?
We'll give it another hour. If nothing happens, we head back.
Okay. How strange. We've been here for ages. Where the heck are they? Have we been... What is it? Did you think of something?
Something feels off about this whole situation. We know for sure that the guy Sinocot had something set up. Yet somehow his contact is a no-show. So, either the handler got caught, or, more likely...
Then how would they know to do that? Wouldn't they at least send someone here to check things out?
That's the problem. They couldn't possibly know what's happening here. Unless... This feels all too familiar. Come...
Even though this isn't a formal meeting, I'd still like to start by saying how grateful I am to each and every one of...
Shesipank and Bennu are currently assisting the scholars with the maintenance of Aru. Please forgive their absence. As for Hermanubis, may he rest in peace. We remember him with great fondness.
There have been times when I imagined what it might be like to meet you all. Now that it's really happening, time has taken many things away, but that which remains is all the more resilient.
I must say, there is one thing that rather surprises me. You appear to be in good spirits, Lesser Lord Kusanali. But even so, I can sense that the life force given to you by the Dendral Dragon...
Oh no! So even a Pep's power didn't work? Don't worry, Paimon. It worked very well indeed. The issue is how closely I am tied to Irminsul. Until the problem with it is resolved, there is no way I can fully recover. Sumeru has undergone tremendous changes during your absence. When gods pass away, inevitably, people's faith in them grows weaker.
Regrettably, this is true.
I too have grown weaker due to the effects of Irminsul. Right now, we're all in quite a sorry state.
Then what do you suggest?
We take all the help we can get. Sumeru is our shared home. You and I, gods and humans alike. We must unite all our strength in...
Though Al-Ahmar is no longer with us, the alliance between the three gods remains in force. Regardless, as subjects of our king, we have a responsibility to support Sumeru through this catastrophe. Not to mention that it was the people of Sumeru who released us from this prison of Aru. Times have changed, and the people of today possess greater...
You really know how to give a rousing speech, Koti.
Now then, let us learn more about your plan.
The brightest minds of the Sumeru Academia are busy opening and renovating Aru. They claim it...
Correct. Irminsul has existed in Teyvat since the very beginning. But during the Age of the Dragons, it did not possess the sin after the heavenly principles arrived. The power of the Light Realm was divided into elemental energy, and Irminsul was refashioned as a device that records and preserves all information. Since then, everything in this world has been inextricably linked to it. As the Dendro Archon, I have a duty to protect Irminsul. To Sumeru, it is both a national treasure and undeniably a major threat. Teyvat has seen many upheavals in the last few years. The most recent of these was a major crisis in Notcry, which forced Sumeru to be even more vigilant than usual. I made sure to monitor all the pathways through which an outsider could potentially transmit themselves into Irminsul. I still believe that someone has actively invaded Irminsul. But rather than taking any of the pathways I referred to, the intruder chose instead to utilize them by entering Irminsul through death.
I see what you mean. You cannot simply stop all deceased souls from returning to the ley lines because of a potential invasion that could occur at any time.
That's right. As important as it is to guard against external threats, I couldn't allow myself to stop the souls of the departed from finding peace.
Please, understand how difficult this predicament was for the Dendro Archon.
Defense has never been an easy task.
After Irminsul was invaded, my authority was quickly restricted. Soon after that,
I'm sure you feel responsible, but you are not to blame. No one can predict every possible disaster. There will always be trials and tribulations for the world.
But the people of Sumeru should not have to endure this. We must find a way to break through the lockdown and connect to Irminsul.
And this is why you need Aru.
Yes. The only thing in Sumeru capable of rivaling Irminsul in terms of overall function and performance is all I managed to do before falling into a coma was make some minor adjustments to Irminsul. Using Aru is a last resort, and a move that comes with enormous risks. The Scholar's initial plan was to borrow Aru's power to reboot the Akasha, then use the Akasha to connect to Irminsul, and unfortunately, Irminsul has suffered far greater damage than they first thought. To rise to the challenge, we had to resort to more extreme and far costlier means. Thus, to reclaim Irminsul, our brightest scholars have made further modifications to Aru with multiple goals in mind. I thank you all for giving them.
Human wisdom has clearly improved over the millennia. You have not only our support, but that of the Jinn, the Aranara.
Together, we will do everything in our power to save Irminsul.
By the way, when you spoke earlier of an intruder, it almost sounded as if you knew who you were dealing with and what they were capable of.
Well, since you ask.
Ого-го!
Master Tainari! What is that?
Надо сделать перерыв.